Quick video on the PS90 trigger pack, full auto conversion. Again, this is for informational purposes only. If you don't have the proper licensing to do this, don't. You can end up in prison. But real quick, we'll just go over the main components of the trigger group. You've got the auto sear, which is on all PS90 trigger groups up until generation 4. After generation 4 they removed this piece and it is not possible to be converted because it doesn't have this crucial piece. The hammer on the generation 3, which this pack is, the groove for the auto sear to catch on is way too far back, so it would not be capable of firing in full auto if it was left where it is. I had to actually go in and add this second groove, which is not terribly difficult, but you want to make it far enough back that it would catch the same place that the standard sear would catch it, and the disconnector. Those are the, so then you've got the standard sear right here, you've got the disconnector right here. This is, all of these parts come, like I said, up until generation 3, they're all there. I'm not sure, I believe, and I haven't been able to confirm this, but I do believe that some of the newer, some of the older trigger groups may have actually had the auto disconnector on there, and that's the only part that really has to be changed significantly. And I will show you why in a moment. First, we're going to go ahead and drop the hammer, which is tricky to do because there's multiple sears and I don't have a tripod. And I'm trying not to rip my fingernail off as I do this when the hammer comes up. Okay. So you can see this is where it would have normally caught, and there's just not much movement in there at all without adding in that second groove. So in here you have the disconnector. FN calls it the front sear. They don't mention a disconnector, or they call all of these 3 different parts sears. That's not in my book really what this is. This is a disconnector as far as I'm concerned. But what you'll see, this camera is not very good, you'll see that there's some extra material added in, little ears on both sides. I had to add that in. Normally it would just be flat, straight down. There's no material past this point. Because what happens is, as the hammer moves back, those ears hit that pin that goes across on the regular sear, and you can see that it rotates the disconnector out of the way. So standard operation would be semi-auto mode. It just moves back this far. If you wanted to go into full auto, you'd pull the trigger back the full way, and that sear will tip out of the way. Then there's nothing blocking this hammer except this. As the bolt slides home, it's going to hit this trip, drop the hammer, then the hammer will be reset. These will obviously be out of the way. It will catch on this front sear only. These will be moved separately out of the way. The bolt comes home, drops the hammer again. That's how you get the full auto motion. I can't really pull out the sear for you to see. I should have taken a video when I was making it, but hopefully that explains enough for those who are curious how it works. Again, please don't go out and try this if you don't have the proper licensing. I do, and it was very difficult for me to find anyone who is willing to talk about it. Again, information is free. Just be careful what you do with that information. And thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Post them. Thanks.